I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon update. Guilty as fuck on 34 felony counts.
It's a celebration.
This is the first time in history that an ex-president has been found guilty of crimes, and not that many presidents haven't committed crimes. And to be honest, as Americans, as long as you're doing your presidential duty, we're okay with a little crime.
And I take my responsibility for my part in all of this.
But this guy is a crime Costco. He's like the guy that drives down the breakdown lanes for miles to pass stop traffic. Well, eventually, one of us has to T-bone that bitch into a retaining wall so he knows he ain't special. The man that claimed election fraud.
I just want to find 11,780 votes.
Got convicted of felonies that had to do with election fraud. And sidebar, since 2015, we at the Titus Podcast Armageddon Update have been telling you this guy is a scumbag loser, and we have been right every single time. But you chose to vote for him. You chose to give a businessman a shot. He's a 6-time bankrupt loser, serial cheater, con man, liar, and now convicted felon. And the maggots will still vote for him. Here's what Sweet Potato Hitler was convicted of. 34 felony counts of falsifying business records to conceal a crime, which is a crime, and unlawfully interfering with the 2016 presidential election through a $130,000 hush money payment to a porn star. Thomas Jefferson is turning in his grave. That's next to the slave's grave that he fell in love with and had many kids with. See, we're fine with a little bit of crime. Trump committed a crime to conceal a crime, and it turns out that's a crime. But what was the harm of that? So, he screwed a porn star. And Smirky McSmirkystein over on Fox said,
That makes him a sex god.
yeah, so what's the big deal? Well, he got to be president because they hid it. And while he was president, he lost 6 million jobs, did nothing to help Americans, gave tax cuts to billionaires, lost 200,000 manufacturing jobs, separated immigrant families from their kids, did nothing on healthcare, infrastructure. He screwed our farmers out of billions with his China tariffs and ran up $7 trillion in debt. And by all estimates, because he wanted to use disinfectant or a powerful light to stop a deadly pandemic. This is after, by the way, he closed all the pandemic offices, including the one in Wuhan, China. Because he screwed the pooch on COVID so bad, we had 400,000 excess deaths. You hear that? That's ghosts clapping. And they're clapping because this lowlife who cheats on his wife, committed election fraud, lied 32,000 times while president, golfed over 300 days in 4 years, made us a laughingstock worldwide. Screwed our farmers, minorities, immigrants, and every hard-working American who didn't get a permanent tax cut, but Exxon did. The guy who made a deal, not with the Afghani government, but with the terrorists and the Taliban, who were released from prison, hauled ass to Kabul, and one of them blew up a bomb vest and killed 13 soldiers while Biden tried to get everybody out in 3 days. This guy also lost millions because he sexually assaulted women. That's the Republican nominee for president. Nice way to class it up, you sheep. Now your guy, your number one Fuhrer, has been convicted of 34 felonies. Well, what does this mean? Is it the election over? Nope. Hitler did 5 years in prison for trying to overthrow an election, got out, and then started a world war and killed 6 million Jews.
You had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay? And the press has treated them absolutely unfairly.
We are not out of the woods yet, people. He could still win. Because as I've said before, it's not his fault. Scumbags are going to scumbag. Con men will con. Liars are going to lie. Cheaters are going to cheat. And whiny bitches will bitch.
This is a very sad day for America. The whole world is watching. It's all worked. It's all rigged. The whole thing, the whole system is rigged.
It's his voters' fault. The ones who claim to follow Jesus, yet vote for Satan's concierge. They say they love the cops while they beat Capitol Police to stop a free and fair election. They say they love America and democracy and vote for a man who told us he was going to be a dictator on day one.
You would never abuse power as retribution against anybody.
Except for day one.
We know who Trump is.
We New Yorkers used to tolerate him when he was just another grubby real estate hustler masquerading as a big shot, a two-bit playboy lying his way into the tabloids.
We don't fuck around in this place. You got it? Yeah. Get out of here.
Thank you.
And we've known for decades, it's not his fault if America dies. It's his voters' fault. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. 34 felon convicted. Guilty.